be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 129th annual commencement of Danbury Local Schools. As we begin this afternoon, I'd like to first recognize our Board of Education, President Mary Lou Rinaldo, Vice President Wendy Conrad, and members of the board, Tim Mackey, Paul Dunphy, and Michael Cole. What an honor to come together on this beautiful, little toasty day to celebrate the lives and the achievements of the class of 2021. Today's ceremony would not be possible without the tireless efforts of Joe Miller. In addition, Dan Natecki, our administrative team, Denny Coles and our custodial staff, Linda Merkins and Victoria Hegstead, as well as Jason Dival and Mike Valeni. I'd like to also recognize and thank all of our Danbury staff for their daily investment in the lives and academics of our students. And finally, to our graduates' families, friends, and community members who have loved, supported, mentored, invested in, nurtured, and devoted their time, love, dedication, and devotion to the members of the class of 2021, I thank you. Graduates, will you please join me in a well-deserved round of applause as we thank those who have played a significant role in the accomplishments of where you sit today. At this time, I would also like to take a moment to recognize those individuals who will be retiring from Danbury Local Schools after many years of service to our students. What an honor it is to have worked alongside of these incredible individuals. Please help me thank and honor with a round of applause Mr. Scott Nave and Mike Fagan. Graduates, were you ever teased on the playground or called names by the neighborhood kid? Do you have that annoying family member or maybe a coworker, a friend who just always seems to push you to your limit? Or have you ever had an encounter with someone you barely knew that left you disgruntled due to their negative attitude or their condescending words? Growing up, I remember my mom always saying, "Carrie, no matter the situation, always find grace. Apologize and own your actions when appropriately. But more importantly, always offer kindness, for you never know the story behind that individual's motive, actions, or words." The Greek root for kindness means uprightness and describes the ability to act for the welfare of those taxing our patience. Kindness can be quite unnatural, though. When we have been hurt or offended, we tend to react in anger or bitterness. Some even hold grudges. But kindness leads us to do just the opposite, to respond with love and forgiveness. Kindness is when your family member or friend, though treated badly by someone, shares a listening ear to a friend. Kindness is when you, though frustrated by someone's poor choices, you choose not to react in anger. It's unnatural, but it comes supernaturally. I know on this day, many superintendents like myself choosing to address their graduates are probably highlighting the achievements and efforts of many who survived this pandemic. Or they're talking about everything you lost or missed, experiences you didn't get, or how resilient you are. Some are even using this time to quote famous people. And while all of those things are appropriate, I wanted to offer a message that coincides with our core values and speaks to today's society. I wanted to send you into the world as Danbury graduates being difference makers. In today's society, at any time, you are just a few seconds or a few keystrokes away from being the recipient or the catalyst of unkind text or online post. Technology, a new and powerful channel for you to make a choice on whether or not to unleash hate, disrespect, and or bitterness and judgment, or kindness on others. In his book, the 7 habits of highly effective people, Mr. Covey tells of spending an evening with his 2 sons. They did a variety of things, ending with a movie. 4-year-old Sean fell asleep during the movie, and when it was over, Covey picked him up in his arms, carried him to the car, and laid him in the back seat. It was very cold that evening, so Covey took off his coat and gently arranged it around the boy. Later in that evening, it came time to tuck in his other son, 6-year-old Stephen. Mr. Covey tried to talk to him about the evening to find out what he had liked most, but there was little to no response. Then suddenly, Stephen turned over on his side, facing the wall, and started to cry. "What's wrong, honey? What is it?" asked Covey. The boy turned back, chin quivering, eyes wet. "Daddy," he asked, "if I were cold, would you put your coat around me?" Covey wrote, of all the events of that special night out together, the most important was the act of kindness, a momentary, unconscientious showing of love to Stephen's little brother. It is easy to show kindness to those that we know and love, but what about showing kindness to those that we don't know? Or even harder, showing kindness to those who at times appear unlovable. One of the advantages of growing older and getting a few more years under your belt is the opportunity to learn. The longer you live, the more you can learn. One of my goals in life is to try to learn something new every day. I do it either by reading a book or a magazine, or perusing the internet, or chatting with people. I've learned a lot. However, I still have a lot to learn. One of the greatest lessons I ever learned in this life is it's to pay kind. It pays to be kind, to treat others as I would want to be treated, extend grace and the benefit of the doubt whenever possible. I've learned that in an instant, you can make or break someone, and that a simple gesture can alter the trajectory of someone's life or day. A surefire way to win in life, to build relationships, and to influence others is to be kind. A surefire way to tear down walls and build bridges is to be kind. Kindness is free, and it can be applied at a moment's notice. For instance, something as simple as a smile, a look for a way to promote peace, just to listen, offer a hug, send out an invite, an email, or a card, give someone a genuine compliment. How to be kind is simple. To the class of 2021, now it's time to imagine more for your life, to dream big and know nothing is impossible. As you move forward, remember to have a servant heart, to honor and respect those that you interact with, whether you know them or not. Be intentional about making a difference in the lives of others. Take a pause in your busy journey and ask yourself, what am I doing to make someone's day? What am I doing to model kindness? Our world needs people like each one of you. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2021. God bless each and every one of you. At this time, I would ask that our choir members graduating from the class of 2021 join the rest of our Danbury Choir for their final musical performance together.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Miller. I'm the high school principal. I'd like to welcome you to our commencement ceremony today. I'd also like to take a moment and thank Mr. Scott Nave and our band and choir students for sharing their amazing musical abilities with us and being such a significant part of our graduation ceremonies today.
I'd also like to take a moment and thank Mrs. Linda Merkins, my high school secretary, Mrs. Victoria Hegsted, my guidance counselor, and Mrs. Jessica Yunt, the advisor for the class of 2021, for their important contributions in preparation for this very exciting day. I'd also would like to thank Mr. Keith Mora, Ms. Mercedes Wise, and Mrs. Marissa Merck for collecting tickets, handing out programs, and helping find seats for our parents and family members. And one big, huge thank you to Mr. Dan Natecki, who is the young man live streaming today's event and also doubling as our photographer. So a big thanks to all of those people for making today happen. Thank you so much. Finally, I'd like to thank our faculty and staff members and for all of their efforts in helping these young people, the graduates of the class of 2021, to reach their ultimate goal of graduation. Just to be clear, our faculty and staff were not invited today to attend only because we wanted to maximize the number of tickets and seats for the family members and significant people in the lives of our graduates. I know that if they were here, they would be wishing you the greatest of success in the future. So, as we move forward and I introduce our commencement speakers today, it's an honor to have both Caden Conrad and Brandon Wonder give the commencement to the class today. Gentlemen, please come forward.
Thank you, Ms. Miller, and thank you to my classmates, teachers, parents, and staff who made this moment possible. Well, here we are. We've made it to commencement, a journey through high school faced with challenges presented by a global pandemic. Today is a moment to celebrate not just having met the academic requirements, but the fact that we are able to come together, actually gather together with each other and our families to celebrate our accomplishments and to recall our journey. Many of us started this journey together in kindergarten. Some joined along the way. Regardless of the timing, each one of us started our journey feeling a bit scared, nervous, wondering if we would make friends, and thinking this place was big. It seemed even bigger when we passed a high school student in the hall. It did not take us long to make friends, navigate through the halls, and feel the excitement that comes from a high five or hello from those high school students. There are many moments that come in mind as I recall the years we have shared. Honestly, it feels like it was just yesterday when we were strategically picking our relay teams for field day that were sure to earn us the coveted ribbon, accepting the challenge of Master Arithmetic, and solving those math questions for a chance to win one of Mr. Warga's Chewies. Let's face it, Mr. Warga sold us on a single piece of Starburst, and we were all in as if the Chewies were the school's top prize. We shared experiences and knowledge of the world outside of these halls through our adventures with our class trips to Rutherford B. Hayes, Mohican, and Washington, D.C. However, it's the simple moments inside that built the foundation to cherish memories that will hold close and will call us back together in years to come. We will recall the anxious, nervous energy becoming a freshman and finding our fit in the high school. Lunchtime jokes and stories that filled the cafeteria with laughter, going to high school games, and graduating to the student section. We will remember the talents revealed during the amazing cabaret shows and high school plays, the moments of accomplishment and comebacks as the girls' track team took the 2018 League Conference Championship and the 2020 football team captured the school's first undefeated season. These moments came to be because of the daily pursuit to learn, grow, and persevere together. Each cherished memory is also filled with a special connection and constant support from our families, our teachers, coaches, and the Danbury community. Today we celebrate our ability to come together at a time when the pandemic almost made together impossible. Today we celebrate our yesterdays, our perseverance and accomplishments along the way in our journey ahead. To my fellow classmates, thank you for your friendships and cherished memories. It has been a privilege to share this journey with you. I wish you happiness and continued success as you journey on. Thank you.
Thank you, Caden. My name is Brandon Wonder. I'm honored to congratulate the accomplishments of our class. We have made it through an enormous milestone in our lives. High school has been an opportunity to learn and invest in ourselves for our respective futures. Senior year has been a crazy experience we have endured. The COVID-19 pandemic has challenged us to adapt to unpredictability. We have made the best with the hand that we've been dealt. There has been a worry as to what our senior year would look like after acknowledging the experiences of the class of 2020. Many of us may have hoped for everything to go back to normal by the end of the summer, but unfortunately this was simply not the case. COVID-19 forced many traditions, events, and circumstances to change. Many of us dreamed of our senior experience, yet our reality was far from what we could have expected. The adjustments of many of the traditional events kept many of us off balance and frustrated. Although there were many modifications, we were able to still participate in some form of these traditional senior events. And I thank the administration and teachers for their part in allowing us to partake in as many of the traditional events as we did. To focus on many of the positives that came out of senior year, I will acknowledge that we were able to participate in nearly every extracurricular activity. We thankfully were given the opportunity to take the field, court, and stage for the last time. It was a great relief that we were able to partake in our senior prom. We were just impressed that night. I am, and I am sure many of you are, grateful for the chance to have our senior banquet, awards ceremony, graduation, and other customary events in person, I might add. The turbulent senior year we had will be one to remember as we move into our futures. We have lived our lives in hopes of these special senior moments can come and we can move into our futures. While we move past this part of our educational career, I remind all of you of the great times we had at Danbury. We sometimes take for granted seeing our friends daily, laughing at jokes, and making memories. We will take these memories and experiences with us into our futures. It is exciting to think about what lies ahead in our futures. We must remember how we have been preparing for what lies ahead of us for our entire lives. We may not think all of the lessons and topics helped us. I still may argue that I won't need to know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but there was more than just the topics themselves that we were learning. We were learning to work with classmates and work towards a common goal, even if that goal seemed rather unimportant for each personal goals. We've been preparing for the stepping off point since kindergarten, and many of us have been preparing together. Our preparation is what will lead us to our own individual successes. Whether we are joining the workforce, military, or enrolling in a university, we are prepared for what the future holds. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the students in our class that have already begun the process of testing into the career field and other students who have accumulated college credit. It's an outstanding accomplishment. These accomplishments are possible because of the great opportunities Danbury presents to its students through EHOVE, Ottawa County Skilled Trades Program, and local colleges and universities. The pandemic has created many challenges within our senior year. This has allowed us to overcome many obstacles. We have overcome these obstacles together, which has made us stronger for what our futures may throw at us. No matter where our futures take us, we can always remember that Danbury will forever be our community. The friendships we have made will last forever. I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration for all the hard work and dedication to allow us the opportunity we had this year and throughout our educational career. To the class of 2021, thank you for your hard work and commitment to Danbury. We are a small school, and we will forever be family. I want to wish everyone good luck in their prospective futures. We are forever Lakers.
Thank you, both Caden and Brandon, for those very inspiring words. As we move on in the program, I'd like to take a moment and have some academic acknowledgments for some of our students today. And as I call your name, if you would please stand to be recognized. The first group of students I'd like to recognize today are the students who received their honors diplomas. Those are students who have met strict criteria to get that honored diploma. They had to complete 4 units of math, 4 units of science, with 2 of those being advanced science, 4 units of social study, 3 units of world language, 1 unit of a fine art, maintain a 3.5 GPA, and have a 27 or higher on the ACT or a 1280 on the SAT or higher. Those 3 students who met all of those criteria are Nathaniel Frateroli, Logan Raven Sanders, and Brandon Wonder. Congratulations. You probably noticed that some of our students are wearing cords today, and those are honor cords. Those cords are given to students who achieve certain GPA levels during their cumulative high school careers. The summa cum laude gold cords are the highest cords, and those go to students who maintained a 3.85 GPA or higher for their entire high school career. Today we have 2 students who've met that criteria. They are Nikki Darrett and Brandon Wonder. Our silver cords are worn by the students who are magna cum laude. Those students maintained a 3.7 to 3.84 GPA for their high school career. They are Nathaniel Frateroli, Logan Raven Sanders, Alyssa Rodriguez, Chase Stayancho, and Macy Wilhite. And finally, the light blue cords worn by our cum laude students who had a GPA of 3.5 to 3.69 for their high school career. Those 4 students included Virginia Cameron, Caden Conrad, Zachary Ranker, and Abigail Zelms. And finally, I'd like to recognize our Armed Forces cords, which are red, white, and blue cords, and those go to students who have enlisted in the military. And we have a student who meets that criteria, and that student is Brandon Wonder, who has been accepted into the United States Coast Guard Academy. Congratulations to Brandon Wonder. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize our top 10 students for this year. As your name is called, please stand. You are in no particular order, but those students include Brandon Wonder, Nikki Darrett, Chase Stayancho, Nathan Frateroli, Logan Raven Sanders, Alyssa Rodriguez, Macy Wilhite, Virginia Cameron, Abigail Zelms, and Caden Conrad. Congratulations to our top 10. As Mrs. Hagstead, our guidance counselor, moves into position to hand out some special awards, I would like to take a moment and announce some additional scholarships that were submitted to the school after our senior awards night, which was back on April 27th. So as your name is called, we ask you to come on stage to receive your scholarship. And again, these are just scholarships that came in a little late, obviously with all that was going on with COVID. Some of our organizations and groups were not able to get their information to us prior to our April senior night. First up, for the Oliver H. Perry Masonic Lodge 341 $500 scholarship, and that goes to Nikki Darrett. And a new scholarship this year was created, the Steve Adams Memorial Scholarship. They are giving out 2 $1,000 scholarships today, and those scholarships go to Caden Conrad and Bo Buchanan. This is a category that I created based on what my father used to tell me all the time as a kid. He says it's never too late to do the right thing. So this is the It's Never Too Late to Do the Right Thing category. We had a couple of things we wanted to clarify from previously. One of those was the fact that Cole Shortridge, would you please stand? Cole never received appropriate recognition for the C.S. Ward scholarship he received at the senior night back in April. Cole will be receiving a $1,000 renewable scholarship for the next 4 years. Congratulations to Cole. Continuing that theme for just a moment, we already gave out activity key awards to our male and female winners. They were Brandon Wonder, if he would stand, and Elena Mahler. I used to think mathematics, you guys can stay standing, you're fine right there, used to be my strong point. But after reviewing some documentation, I realized that we actually had 2 winners in the female category for the activity key. The other winner who has not been recognized, and we'd like her to come on stage and receive her award today, is Macy Wilhite. The Activity Key Award is such a tough award. Students have to keep track of all of their activities over the course of their high school career, then run around and speak to all their coaches and advisors and get them to sign off on that. So this is also a perseverance award that they remember to turn it in every year and to get the appropriate signatures. Again, congratulations to Brandon, Elena, and Macy. We're going to go ahead and move on to the special awards component of the program. The first is the Norton Award. The Norton Award is one named after our most distinguished alumni. In fact, the display case out in the athletic hallway clearly designates all of the outstanding achievements of Mr. Fred W. Norton, a 1914 graduate of Lakeside High School. which is obviously now called Danbury High School. You can explore and review all those amazing accomplishments when you have a free moment. This honor is awarded to seniors at graduation who have accumulated a minimum of 600 activity points throughout their high school career and have turned in the forms to verify their efforts. Activity points are awarded to students based on their academic efforts, their involvement in extracurricular activities, and school-sponsored groups and organizations. The following students would please come on stage to receive their prestigious Norton Award. Those students include Virginia Cameron, Hunter Caskey, Caden Conrad, Logan Raven Sanders, Elena Mahler, Macy Wilhite, Mia Wise, and finally, Brandon Wonder. That completes our Norton Award winners. We'd like to transition to our Citizenship Award winners. The Citizenship Award is bestowed upon a senior boy and a senior girl selected by the faculty who consistently demonstrate their concern for others and their dedication to the principles of working towards making the world a better place. We actually had a tie in the male category, so we would like to grant 2 Citizenship Awards, and they will go to Caden Conrad and Brandon Wonder. And our female award winner is Haley Strimpful. The Danbury Key is Danbury's highest honor given to a senior that is voted upon by the teaching staff. This award is based on loyalty, scholarship, and achievement. With all those factors in mind, this year, the Danbury Key goes to Brandon Wonder. Before we move on to watch the senior video, I'd like to take a moment and thank senior Jenny Cameron. Jenny, would you please stand? Jenny spent an enormous amount of time in creating today's senior video presentation. We all greatly appreciate her efforts in collecting all of the photos and blending them into such a wonderful video today. We'd also like to thank, if she would please stand, her class advisor, Mrs. Young, for constantly and repeatedly encouraging students to submit pictures on time, for helping and put together both the video and the senior bios, and also for doing the flowers today. Thank you, Mrs. Young. Thank you, Jenny. So at this time, graduates, if you'd like to pick up your chair and turn it around so that you can see the video.
like I've been rotate turns tonight, not turns to whatever we want. We're young enough to say, oh, this has gotta be the good life. This has gotta be the good life. This could really be a good life, good life. I say, oh, this feeling that you can't fight. The city is on fire tonight. This could really be a good life, a good, good life. To my friends in New York, I say hello. My friends in LA, they don't know where I've been for the past few years or so. Paris to China to Colorado. Sometimes there's airplanes I can't jump out. Sometimes there's boats that don't work now. We got our stories, but please tell me what there's to complain about. When you're happy like a fool, you let it take you over. When everything is out, you gotta take it in. Oh, this has gotta be the good life. This has gotta be the good life. This could really be a good life, good life. I say, oh, this feeling that you can't fight. The city is on fire tonight. This could really be a good life, a good, good life. A good, good life. Hopelessly, I feel like there might be something that I'll miss. Hopelessly, I feel like the window closes so quick. Hopelessly, I'm taking a mental picture of you now. 'Cause hopelessly, the hopeless we have so much to feel good about. Oh, this has gotta be the good life. This has gotta be the good life. This could really be a good life, good life. I say, oh, this feeling that you can't fight. The city is on fire tonight. This could really be a good life, a good, good life. Oh, yeah. A good, good life. Good life. Listen to my friends in New York, I say hello. My friends in LA, they don't know where I've been for the past few years or so. Paris to China to Colorado. Sometimes there's airplanes I can't jump out. Sometimes there's boats that don't work now. We got our stories, but please tell me what there's to complain about. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Seniors, if you could turn your chairs back around. So before we start the formal presentation of diplomas, we ask that parents not come down in front of the stage for pictures. We will have both Life Touch and Mr. Nateki taking pictures and providing those options to you later. However, when the ceremony is complete, you are more than welcome to come back inside, take any pictures on the stage you would like, as well as take any pictures outside of the football stadium as well. So with that in mind, will the graduates please rise? Superintendent Bueller, Board of Education President Mary Lou Ronaldo, parents and friends, I hereby certify that the students before you and enlisted in the program have completed all of the necessary graduation requirements of Danbury High School and the state of Ohio and are entitled to receive their high school diplomas today. Graduates, as your name is called, please approach School Board President Mary Lou Ronaldo to receive your diploma, and then Mrs. Bueller will move your tassel from right to left. Remember, take with the left, shake with the right. Mr. Nateki will be taking pictures as Mrs. Ronaldo hands you your diploma. Please pause while shaking hands and stand on the two X's in front of you, in front of me here. I would ask the audience to be respectful of this formal ceremony and to refrain from interrupting as each graduate is announced. They have all worked very hard to get to this point and deserve the courtesy of everyone hearing their name. Again, because of COVID-19 and limited space on the gym floor, we ask parents to stay in their seats during the announcement of our graduates. We will post all those pictures that we talked about online and our social media sites. At this time, I would like Board President Ronaldo, Superintendent Bueller, and Guidance Counselor Mrs. Hegstead to take their places. With the front row of graduates, please come forward. The remaining graduates, you may sit. Our first student is Bryce Eric Shane Abston. Stay right there, get your picture. Hatham Eswalla. David Mason Bloomfield. Bo David Buchanan. Virginia Lena Cameron. Hunter Thomas Caskey. Caden Jacob Conrad. Nikki Lynn Darrett. Nathaniel Mario Frateroli. Arion Napoleon Gibson. Riley Jane Lurch. Logan Raven Sanders. Elena Vivian Mahler. Anaya Larie Matheny. Henry Herman Mowry. Jaden May Owen. Marina K. Owen. Caleb Jean Patrick. Zachary Dylan Ranker. Alyssa Renee Rodriguez. Cole Stephen Shortridge. Chase Xavier Stayancho. Haley Jean Strimpful. Will Henry Tibbles. Lillian Kelly Ewing. Olivia Charlene Valenti. Macy Faith Wilhite. Mia Bella Wise. Brandon Thomas Wonder. Abigail Elizabeth Zelms. Would the graduates all please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Danbury High School class of 2021. Let's give them a big round of applause. Graduates, you may be seated. This is the most difficult spot in the program. This is the last thing that has to be done before we leave, and I am sure everybody's ready to roll. So my closing remarks is going to be only about 20 minutes. I will try to hurry. I'm kidding. 5 at the most. The graduation ceremony is always such a special occasion, the culmination of years of hard work, the actualization of goals attained, and the acknowledgement of successes achieved. So it's only fitting this afternoon that we commemorate the long journey that these graduates have traveled down during their last 13 years. I think that Brandon and Caden both did a great job in recognizing and thanking all of the people who helped our graduates today be successful and be here enjoying this graduation ceremony. So instead of boring you with a really long speech that no one will ever remember, I thought we would highlight some of the amazing accomplishments of the class and some of the individual successes as we part. The class of 2021 endured a worldwide pandemic event that changed our lives forever. That this life-changing event meant that each student had to choose between 3 educational options: in-person, remote live streaming, or virtual learning academies. They had to be temperature screened upon arrival to school and before every game and practice. They have to wear a mask, which they're still doing today, and keep 6 feet of social distancing. They have followed modified class schedules with boys and girls having lockers that were interspersed by their race, by their gender. The cancellation of our homecoming dance they endured. The cancellation of postponed sporting events because of COVID-19 quarantines. And they did all of this, all right, as they tried to continue to build their academic skill levels so that upon graduation, they could enroll in a college or university of their choice, enlist in a branch of the military, or to take their skills and talents and enter the workforce, as we like to call them, the 3 E's upon graduating. The class of 2021 is contributing the remaining balance of their class funds to help replace and upgrade the digital sign in the front of the school. And with the help of generous contributions from our local businesses and civic groups, this class earned $58,725 in scholarships for colleges and universities of their choice. So congratulations to all of you. In addition to all of these group successes, there were some outstanding individual achievements. Caden Conrad and Elena Mahler were voted as the 2020 Homecoming King and Queen. The Danbury Laker varsity football team, led by seniors Brandon Wonder, Caden Conrad, Cole Shortridge, Nate Frattaroli, and Will Tibbles, made history by finishing the first season of 8-man football with an undefeated record of 8-0. Danbury was the only 8-0 undefeated 8-man football team in the state of Ohio. Yes, let's give it up. We had a plethora of new 8-man football records set by seniors this year. Caden Conrad, most points in a game, 44. Most points in a season, 179. Most touchdowns in a game, tying Tommy Owens with 5. Most touchdowns in a season, 26. Most passing yards in a game, 367. And most passing yards in a season, 955. Cole Shortridge, most rushing yards in a season, 1186. Most receiving yards in a game, 165. Most receiving yards in a season, 312. Most interceptions in a game, 2, and a season, 3, and most career interceptions with 3. And then finally, Brandon Wonder, most tackles in a game with 12, most tackles in a season, 74. How about those boys? Bryce Abston was recognized last week by the Ottawa County Commissioners as the 9 to 5 award winner as a senior, which is a very coveted Student Improvement and Perseverance Award, so congratulations to Bryce. We had 6 of our seniors win Core Value Awards this year. For leadership, Brandon Wonder, Caden Conrad, Cole Shortridge, Will Tibbles, and Nate Frattaroli. And in kindness, we had Abby Zelms. Caden Conrad was an honorable mention of boys basketball selection for both the SBC River Division and District 7. Ariane Gibson was selected as a Firelands Positive People finalist at the awards presentation in Huron last week and received a $1,000 scholarship for his amazing essay that he wrote regarding difficult obstacles that he has overcome in his young life. Like we mentioned earlier, Brandon Wonder officially accepted a full appointment to enroll in the United States Coast Guard Academy in New London, Connecticut. Over 2,200 students worldwide applied for this prestigious opportunity, and only 285 appointments were granted. Congratulations, Brandon. Mr. Caden Conrad breaking a school record for the most three-point shots made in a game on Friday, December 14th against the Tiffin Calvert Senecas. He launched and connected on 8 three-pointers on his way to scoring 30 points and breaking a 20-year-old record set by Jeff Byro back in 2001. Congratulations, Caden. Elena Mahler, Hunter Caskey, Haley Strimfel, Cole Shortridge, and Mia Wise. A big congratulations to them for completing successfully the requirements necessary for the Ottawa County CEO internship program. Congratulations to those 5. Nathan Frattaroli earned the Eagle Scout Award, which is the highest achievement or rank attainable in the Boy Scouts of America program. I believe he's wearing his red, white, and blue cords to signify that today. Since its inception in 1911, only 4% of all Scouts earn this prestigious rank. Congratulations, Nate. The handsome Will Tibbles and the lovely Lily Ewing were voted as the 2021 Prom King and Queen. I think it's fitting they're sitting together. That's kind of cute. Virginia Ginny Cameron earned the coveted John Philip Souza Award for her excellence in band. Congratulations, Ginny. Ariane Gibson will continue his educational and athletic career with the Titans baseball team at Terra State Community College in the spring of 2022. Congratulations. Brandon Wonder with the trifecta winning the coveted Hillier Trophy, the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award, and the OHSSA Scholar Athlete Award, all during his senior year. Congratulations, Brandon. And last but not certainly least, Hunter Caskey, Cole Shortridge, and Will Tibbles for successfully completing the rigorous Ottawa County Skilled Trades Academy, which is a joint educational effort between Ottawa County Business Advisory Council and Northwest State Community College. Congratulations to those 3 boys. All of these group and individual successes would not be possible without the loving support of the parents, relatives, family, friends, administrators, teachers, secretaries, aides, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and custodians. Like our commencement speakers mentioned today, it's a family here at Danbury High School. But just because we're concluding our educational journey here today with this graduation ceremony doesn't mean that things are done. We still have work to do. These graduates will need our continued support as they travel down their individual paths to success. We cannot wipe our hands clean of these graduates. We must continue to provide guidance and support to these fine young women and men so they can achieve their goals and their future aspirations. Graduates, may your years ahead continue to be characterized by the Danbury core values of leadership, accountability, kindness, excellence, and the building of relationships and service to all. I want to thank everyone for coming this afternoon. Obviously, it's a great opportunity to get together and share in the joy of the class of 2021 as they graduate. At this time, with the help of Mr. Nave, I would love for everybody to join us in the singing of the alma mater. If you don't know the words, they are in your program. Mr. Nave, take it away. Graduates, please turn around and remain standing. This is the part of the ceremony you've all been waiting for. Our last opportunity to do one more thing together, and that includes the tossing of your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give the graduating class of 2021 one more big round of applause. And let's toss those caps, kids.